Welcome, Cinepals. I'm Jabby Kaway, joined by Andrew Flash Gordon.
What's up?
We are continuing with Derry Girls Season 3, Episode 1.
Yes.
If you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see a cut-down version of our reaction because we can only show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. But if you want to watch the whole thing with us, no cuts, no interruptions, head over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/JabbyKaway, or become a member of this channel where you'll get access to the full uncut reaction, but you'll need your own Netflix subscription so you can open up each episode in an adjacent window to our reaction. And we'll give you a 3, 2, 1 countdown sync. It'll be like you're watching it with two of your favorite pals from the internet. So, if you're watching this on Patreon or memberships already, thanks so much for supporting us here. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and pretty please vote this up. Let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. I have a note I got back from my friend that I think is okay to read.
Oh, okay.
So that we can get a little bit more information.
You're going to educate us?
The Troubles is a term used to describe a period of conflict in North Ireland that lasted about 30 years from the late 1960s until the Good Friday Agreement in 1998, which we kind of covered already. This explosive era was fraught with car bombings, riots, and revenge killings that ran from the late 60s through the late 90s. The Troubles were seeded by centuries of conflict between predominantly Catholic Ireland and predominantly Protestant England. Tensions flared into violence in the late 1960s, leaving some 3,600 people dead and more than 30,000 injured. Systematic discrimination in housing and jobs. It's less mainly to do with religion during these times and more a way of living. When referencing Catholics, it's Irish people, and referencing English, it's English people. James's character always gets the blunt of everything because his character is basically the symbol of England and the hurt they caused to the Irish, so that's why they take it out on him to represent the conflict sort of thing. So as you can see in the show, although it's a comedy, it's very accurate to growing up in Ireland. The way they speak to each other is accurate too, and the family dynamic, and how they had to live their lives like normal, while even on the first episode have bomb checks on their school buses.
I knew that's why they were getting on, but I like the explanation though, and
it helps
also the growth too at the end of the last episode of like, hey, I don't care that he's English, he's part of our Derry girls. Like,
he's a Derry girl.
Yeah, we want him here.
All right, here we go.
Something altogether more terrifying. Hope. Hope is so much worse. With hope, you have something to do.
Oh, they're editing.
What's happened now?
Your TV is such a piece of crap.
Your camera's a problem.
My camera's top of the range.
It's true. His ma only sends him really expensive shit, you know, to make up for the fact that she doesn't love him.
The script might need a bit of work.
Do not start on the script again. The script is a masterpiece. The script is boring. It doesn't make any sense. What's it even about? Peace. Oh, I am so f***ing sick of peace. Christ, I feel sick.
Why? You gonna walk it, Claire?
I know that. I'm not worried about me. I'm worried about you four. If you fail your GCSEs, the school won't take you back. I don't only have to make new friends from scratch. I'll have enough on my plate with the A-levels.
The fact that the corpses started piling up within 24 hours of you taking in a feral cat is no coincidence, Joe.
It wasn't Seamus. Seamus wouldn't hurt a fly.
I've seen him eat flies.
So, big day tomorrow? Is that alright? Everyone ordered you. The Wayans get their GCSE results, Sarah. Oh, aye.
No, filth. Do you hear me?
I'm sorry?
I had to pay an overdue fine last week, and American Gigolo is not suitable viewing for teenage girls.
I didn't rent American Gigolo, Daddy. I swear.
Leave the Wayans alone, Jerry. Away you go.
Oh, she rented it? We'll just keep this to ourselves. Deny.
This looks class. This Scottish drag queen takes on the entire English army.
You dirty wee
now he's got
bastard.
a video store?
What kind of a f***ing animal doesn't rewind?
Nah. Good old days of VHSs.
I work here.
Oh, you don't. We're just having a bit of a reading then.
Bit of a read. This isn't the f***ing library, girls.
It is a library, Dennis. It's a video library.
He's not technically, he's right.
The results, you know?
The school actually receives them the day before you do, and also, I don't care.
Have the results already? You know how we did.
Just try to enjoy what time you've left.
Oh, God.
Passing those exams was our only chance. We're girls, we're poor, we're from Northern Ireland, and we're Catholic, for Christ's sake.
Let's just wait until tomorrow and see what we're dealing with.
Or we can see what we're dealing with tonight.
Oh, God, are they going to break in to see the results? Don't do that. Just wait tomorrow. This is going to be worse.
The anxiety, though, of not knowing.
No, I get it, but Getting caught is way worse.
We just have to work out how to get through the actual door. We could just smash the shit out of it.
I'd rather not smash the shit out of it if you don't mind, Michelle.
This is what they do in the movies.
What, wave a video village card around like a fucking simpleton?
Can I try something?
Knock yourself out, Dora.
Oh, God.
What was that?
Hello?
Jesus Christ! Let's go.
Hello?
Hurry up!
Shh, quietly.
They're being very loud.
Hello, girls.
Who are you?
What the hell's going on?
Oh, they broke in?
I'm going to ask you something now, and I want you to give me an honest answer. Is that clear?
He's gonna find more dead animals.
Sweet Jesus.
We don't know this was someone's pet. It looks wild to me.
It's wearing a collar.
Oh, God.
Alright, looks like a fluffy, doesn't he?
He looks like a piece of taxidermy, Sarah. Seamus has crossed a line.
That looks so fake.
Seamus, looks like there's only one thing for it.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get rid of the body.
Cat owners will do anything to protect their babies.
Sorry, what's your name?
Hans?
Hans.
Hans Gruber?
Hans.
Yeah, Hans.
Was that like a nickname or?
No, it's a first name.
Hans Christian Andersen?
Hans Christian Andersen. I've just whacked them in there.
Oh my god, I knew it. They're stealing.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Really? Are you guys this oblivious?
They didn't actually say why they were taking it, did they? No. Also, now that I think of it, weren't those computers like relatively new?
I think they might have been, yeah.
Oh, God.
I'm slightly worried he might have accidentally helped burgle the school.
What the hell?
Put your hands in the air, slowly turn around and place your palms flat against the wall. What the hell's going
Did you hear what Orla said? Can I hold your gun? Oh, God.
We didn't do anything. We're innocent. Like that matters, Aaron. We're Catholics, for Christ's sake. Have you never seen In the Name of the Father? Or the 18th. No, we can't go to prison, dears. We're too delicate for prison.
God love him.
Don't be soft, Jerry. It was him or us.
Well, that's just not true, is it, Joe?
You take his legs, and I'll take his
Rabbit.
And so?
You need two people to carry it?
It's like Goodfellas. They mentioned Scorsese earlier.
Yeah.
Sir?
Sir.
Please.
Is that Liam Neeson?
Oh my god.
Okay, ladies.
Wow. Oh, my God.
Nice uniform.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Oh, now, Michelle.
What were you doing on the grounds, girls?
We went there too. We thought that we could. We were just trying to. Break them. We would like to speak to a solicitor, please.
All in good time.
For the tape.
There's no tape.
There is no tape.
If your organisation isn't prejudiced, Inspector, then you won't mind telling us how many Catholic officers are serving in it at this time.
I think we're losing sight of who's questioning who here, girls.
How many?
What the hell?
If you count the Jewish fella from Ballymena, 3.
In the entire police force, you have 3 Catholic officers, and one of those officers is a Jew.
Lovely fella.
I would like to speak to our lawyer immediately. Who is our lawyer? I don't know.
Okay, before this goes any further, you're minors. We need to get a parent or a guardian down here ASAP. Who would you like us to call?
Can you just give us a minute?
Well, we're not calling mine.
Mine neither.
Do not look at Orla. Her ma is just an extension of my ma.
What about someone's dad?
Dads can't be trusted.
Dads are in the pockets of me.
They'll just wear us down until we say we did it. We'll be forced to sign false confessions. What if we wear them down first? I know who we should call.
Colum?
Says to myself, says I, Colum.
That's exactly
I'd
what I
be
was
ringing
thinking.
you.
God.
But, sir,
Oh, my God.
I'm sure if I hadn't been in the middle of... I'd have probably slept through the thing altogether.
What was it we asked him?
I can't remember, sir.
Jesus. Nobody in Londonderry is called Hans, girls.
Well, you say that now, but there's a young lad up in Pennyburn called Diego.
Is this relevant?
Not on the scene, by all accounts.
Thank you. If we could just... Alex, don't leave me.
No.
There's a van matching the descriptions on CCTV.
That'll do it. Thank you very much for your time. Please do go right now. And for the love of suffering Jesus, take him with you.
He is handy after all.
Oh, no, I didn't. They think he was handy. He had nothing to do with it.
No, I know, but...
Yeah. Get rid of the body.
Ah, Jim. What about you? You remember Cara?
Oh, no.
Are they looking for their rabbit?
Cara was going to take a walk earlier, but the hutch was open and there was no sign of him.
She was going to take it a walk?
That's right.
The rabbit?
Are you supposed to walk him, Mary?
What?
Seamus didn't touch the rabbit. Well, if I find out any differently, Joe, you won't. I'm watching you.
Oh, no.
I'm watching all of yous. Come on, Cara, love.
Right. We need to get that way in a new rabbit.
Thou shalt not lie.
Great, but ultimately uneventful evening.
The robbery was my favourite part. What's this? Fluffy who? Oh, thanks, love. I was looking for that. They're all the rage girls.
Oh, God.
Still managed to hold on to the results even though the computers were jacked.
Seamus looks like Goose from Captain Marvel, though.
Yeah, I'd say our Lord is up there now, looking down on the world, thinking the floods and the famine can wait. For there is a child in Derry who needs me to magically alter the contents of an envelope.
Oh my God, I passed it! Streeties!
Oh my God, Erin. Snob.
Hi. How have you got the same results as me? That can't be right.
Orla just does really well at exams, despite the fact she obviously
Copies.
is subnormal.
Oh, thank you, sister.
Subnormal.
I didn't say you failed. I implied you failed.
Why?
Bit of a slow day.
We passed! We did it!
There was a bit of an incident last night in the school.
Have you seen this?
Oh, no!
We just found it in the computer lab. Gonna spin through the footage now.
The diddle do.
I'm curious if on the next episode we're going to actually see the ramifications, or that was just more for a punchline.
That was more for a punchline. That was a good punchline, though.
I had a feeling when he was recording, I didn't say it, but in my head, I'm like, this is going to be incriminating evidence to them. But dude, so cool. They got Liam Neeson. That was so unexpected.
I really like that episode a lot.
Yeah.
You know, there's a part of me that was getting worried as the episode was going because it looked to me as if they got more money for this final season. I mean, they got Liam Neeson. For God's sake,
Neeson,
like,
yeah.
Like, so it seemed like they upped the ante in terms of production value and stuff. Even the camera work is a little bit different than we're used to from the previous seasons. I feel like maybe I'm misremembering. It was starting to go in favor of production value and less in terms and less in favor of quality of storytelling and comedy. But it ended up being a really, really strong episode.
Yeah, definitely. And really quick, is Liam Neeson, he's Irish, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it makes sense that he would want to, be in the episode as well. So, but no, that was cool that they got him, and I agree with everything you just said. And there was a lot of relatable things, at least for me.
Yeah.
I had a cat who made trails of other animals that I won't go too much into detail with. So from that perspective, I can understand like having the angst and anxiety, like, oh my God, don't leave that stuff around here. Not like getting other animals from other people's neighbors. It wasn't like shenanigans like that, but also too the whole bit with Dennis working at the video store. I love that bit. Just anyone who, if you haven't known, known, I used to work at Hollywood Video. I don't know if I ever told you that either.
No,
but
it's like Blockbuster Video, but Hollywood.
Yeah, Hollywood Video, and they closed down in 2010, so I worked there for 2 years. Yeah, anytime there's ever like video store stuff, it's very nostalgic for me, and also because I worked at a store like that, so I love that whole bit with like, be kind, rewind. Again, that's just one of the biggest strengths of this thing, besides like the interactions with the Derry girls, which I thought were hysterical, just dealing with anxiety of test results, because I think we can all relate to that. I had a million times where when I was in high school, like, what are the results for tomorrow?
Right.
And just having that angst, but yeah.
Regarding the video store, I mean, I think so many people take for granted what we used to go through in the 90s with VHSs. You didn't have a skip forward button with DVDs.
Yeah.
And even that doesn't even matter because you can just kind of like scroll forward on the timeline now with streaming services.
Yeah.
But you had to like fast forward and you just had to watch it go through the goddamn thing. Yeah. And then like the video stores, like the Blockbuster would charge you an extra fee if you didn't rewind the video.
Yeah. So right after the whole thing was done, you'd have to hit the stop button, hit the rewind button. I mean, it didn't take too long, but it was a process. Yeah.
There was actually stuff they sold specifically for that process, where you pop the VHS in this little contraption that would rewind the thing for you.
Yeah, no, and I definitely remember renting some VHSs, and I'm sure this happened with everyone, and then you pop in the movie, and all of a sudden it's at the halfway mark because the person didn't rewind it. So, yeah, you evil person. But I think for me personally, just because I think Colum is absolutely hysterical, I freaking love that scene where they brought, I knew that's where they were going, like, who should we have come in? Yeah. Like, that's the perfect person to come in. But Liam Neeson, I mean, obviously is so freaking talented. His facial reactions were everything like, oh, sweet Jesus, like, don't leave me with this guy. Please go and take him with you. Like,
you know what I miss? You know what I miss about VHS tapes is the ability to fast forward past the warning sign, the FBI warning sign.
Oh, that's right.
And now,
that's right.
Thankfully, with streaming, we haven't had to deal with that anymore. That seems to be largely gone. But anytime you buy a 4K Blu-ray or a DVD or Blu-ray, you got to deal with that warning, and you can't skip no matter how many goddamn times you press it. No matter what, you're just stuck looking at that damn thing in the Eagle. I mean, if you're in America, it shows the FBI thing. But anyway, I enjoyed them remarking about Braveheart. You know, that was an interesting commentary on Mel Gibson playing William Wallace.
Yeah.
And so apparently Braveheart is actually very inaccurate.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, there's a Netflix movie called, it's about Robert the Bruce. Braveheart paints Robert the Bruce as a bad guy. But according to the Netflix movie, I don't know. I don't know what's accurate. Y'all tell me.
Yeah, I've only seen it one time. I remember enjoying it, but I don't know the accuracy of the film. But like Jabby said, let us know in the comments section how accurate is it really.
No, I just remember meeting a Scottish guy years ago in gymnastics named Derek. He rolled his R's really, really hard. Derek. And I asked him about Mel Gibson's accent. I was 14 years old. Oh, is that right? I'm like, all right. He didn't hate it. He didn't love it. It was fine.
I know it made for funny banter, and the show a lot of times doesn't take itself seriously, so I'm not going to be like too critical of it. But and I know they're in high school, so they're just oblivious to things. They're in college?
I think so. I think that's college.
Oh, okay. All right. High school, college, whatever they're in. So like things can be oblivious, and I've been there myself, where I've just like, what was I thinking there? Like, this is such a simple thing. Like, how did you not realize those guys were breaking? And when you were bringing it to the van, like, I can suspend this reality, and I don't mind that the show just has fun and is joking around a lot of the time. But it kind of bothered me a little bit that it made for a funny bit when they started piecing it together. Like, wait, I think we just helped them steal stuff. Like, again, made for a funny bit, but in the moment, like, none of you five pieced, especially Claire. Like, Claire's the smart one. She's the one who's always level-headed thinking. Like,
well, she's the one that figured it out.
No, I know, but it took till after the van had left. I mean, right when you saw the door was open, okay, something's wrong. Then these two gentlemen who you've never seen, and then you're loading stuff in their car, like no warning bells, nothing going off.
I wasn't thinking with that. Of all people, me.
I was gonna say he's usually the more critical one, not me. But
I wasn't thinking about that with a critical mind. I was sort of just enjoying it.
No, I know. I know it was played more for a funny bit than thinking level-headed and being smart here. I get it, but I don't know. That kind of bothered me a little bit. Like, really?
People run into situations like that all the time where they don't realize what's happening.
No, I get it.
My ex-girlfriend, I'll try to keep this as short as possible. Over here in the States, you have gyms and stuff. I mean, obviously gyms are everywhere in the world, but I don't know what the tactics are in other countries, but here in the States, they really try to milk you for every dime that they can possibly milk you for upon signing up.
Yes.
And I remember my ex-girlfriend was signing up for 24-hour fitness, and she's like, oh, and they only made me pay this much for the initiation fee. And I was like, initiation fee? What are you talking about? You didn't have to pay that at all. You just got to haggle them out of that. She's like, oh, what? You should have been there. He was saying things and I got confused.
Okay, that's a fair point, because I've had many times where I have not been able to finagle myself out of something, and then I've had people say, why didn't you do this? I'm like, Oh, yeah. Why weren't you there? And so, no. I can totally relate. I just really felt like that was beyond common sense, but I get it. I've made mistakes like that myself.
Caught in the situation, it's a little bit different
than viewing it from an outsider's perspective.
Yeah, it's easy to say when you're not in the situation, when you're in the throes of it, like a sports game or something. Like, how'd you miss the 3-pointer?
I get it when it's one person one-on-one and you're not thinking, but all 5, none of them realize. I hear what you're saying. I
enjoyed this whole thing, this subplot with the cat and the Martin Scorsese-esque, Goodfellas-esque sort of thing with burying the body and then just trying to keep this thing covered up and finding the little. It was like out of a Scorsese film or something when she found the leash of the rabbit and she had to swipe it back under with her foot. I don't know if that was pulled from a movie or if that was just unique to the show, but it feels like very tropey.
Yeah.
Has that word ever been used before?
No, but I like it. I'm going to start using it.
There's this moment in the show where James is videotaping them and they're all kind of getting irritated, especially his cousin Michelle. She was getting annoyed and it's like I felt bad for James, especially in that moment, because in 20 years, when they look at that footage, assuming that these are real people, that footage becomes important and everyone appreciates it and they're like, oh my God, can I get a copy of that? Even though in that moment he was getting shit on for even, doing such a thing. It's interesting how that works. As the individual who's often getting people annoyed because he's trying to videotape them for posterity. I loved the In the Name of the Father reference. That made me quite happy.
Yeah, I've never seen that movie, so that's why I couldn't get in the moment and laugh with you. I had no point of reference to the joke, unfortunately.
I might be incorrect, but I believe Daniel Day-Lewis won Best Actor that year for that role. As far as I know, he's won 3 Oscars. My Left Foot, and then In the Name of the Father, and Lincoln. Daniel Day-Lewis has done a lot of films related to Irish people. I think he did another one called The Boxer. I believe that's set in Ireland. But anyway, In the Name of the Father is a fantastic film. Very intense. He's basically faced with 2 options. He's basically accused of something, and if he doesn't sign, he's threatened with his father getting killed. So both him and his father end up in prison together.
So either prison time or your father's going to be killed.
That's what he thinks is happening. He goes to jail for 10 years with his father together. It's such a messed up situation. There's more I want to say about it, but I won't because I want you to watch it. It's really, really, really good. Yeah. And then Claire continuing to reference it later on, saying, we got to sign it, blah, blah, blah. That made me happy, just because I love that movie. I actually did a monologue from that movie with that accent for one of my acting classes because I was just so in love with Daniel Day-Lewis's monologue when he's talking to his father when his father first enters the prison with him. If you guys want to see a reaction from Andrew on that, and we could get Andrew and Steph together to watch that'd be a really good one.
I haven't seen too many Daniel Day-Lewis films, so I know he's a very method actor, so I'm definitely would be down to see that.
I heard about this method thing. It's quite interesting.
He's always method, even off camera.
Well, he's done now, and now he's making dresses.
Did you like Cullum's appearance in it?
Yeah, it was funny. Yeah, I mean, what made it great was Liam Neeson's reaction.
Yeah, no, that was was everything. Because you know what you're gonna get from Cullum. It's just like, all right,
no, because Liam Neeson was like, Alex, don't leave me. I've never seen Liam Neeson be put in that kind of a situation before, where he was desperate to keep his pal just because he was like trying not to get bored to death.
Yeah, and then also where he's like, please take him with you.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, that was great. I was just a kid. I was so shocked to see. I was like, did they really get Liam Neeson? Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Now they need to get Pierce Brosnan.
Oh yeah.
You guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I'm Jabby Kuwait. This is
Andrew Flash Gordon.
Peace out.